Okay. No music intro for the stream. Welcome to the stream. Wow, if you literally let this music go on, it's definitely got a spooky vibe to it. I mean, I shouldn't, I guess, be that shocked at that, but I don't think I'd let it go all the way through before. I mean, never mind the chanting going on, but yeah, just the back half of that before I think it looped there. Welcome to the stream. Remember when I learned just or I guess technically yesterday that you could zoom in and out? Let's see. Welcome to the stream. No music intro here. We're getting right to it. I'm starting a little bit on the later side. I'm calling it. I believe this is going to be the penultimate stream of this game. I think we're going to play whatever we can play tonight. I don't think we're going to finish it, I bet. But then whatever is left, we will almost for surely pick up on Wednesday. I think is what I want to do. Is what I think. So hopefully tonight we'll do like 2 or so hours. And then that'll leave us with a chunk for Wednesday, from what I understand of how long this game is. So let's go. I'm going to go with them. So Haru and Richter is at Michio's home, having determined her to be a key player in the unresolved kidnapping case from a year before. This complicated story begins to unravel. They encounter 2 men. Now, the 2 men here are investigators. Have been pretty pivotal as to meeting up with all the different characters. Like, we've seen them. They touched our very first protagonist there at the start. And then the 2 of them ran into the 2 high school girls, and now the 2 are running into Richter and Haru. So I'm curious. Oh, we got the smooth music. Oh, it's so smooth. Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's Junirio. I'd hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here is the brilliant Chief Inspector, Satsumi. And yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks. Sometimes I really don't know if you're complimenting or putting me down. So, you 2 are detectives? This is my client, Miss Haru Shigima. Shigima. I think it's Shigima. I truly do. I have no basis for that, but I truly think that's what it is. Now, I don't know Japanese names at all. Shouldn't be so confident. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A bigwig named Shigima? Boss, you know this guy? Shit, I've heard the name, but, I don't keep track of who's in the upper echelons. There's no need to worry. I'm my own person after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this. I'm gonna turn down even more. I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid! Okay. Oh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like you're getting off easy this time. Oh, I didn't click back in. My bad. Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. It ain't like that. You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. All the police officers I've met have always been so dull. Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all your criminals with a smile. That's our motto. How lovely. Keep it up. Just hold on one second. This is the first I'm hearing of that. Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. Oh, I was like, where's my mouse? Where's the thing? Where is my cursor? I found a bird. Damn, there was one here? Lucky. That's number 12, the Royal King Penguin. King Penguin. Get it? Oh, that's so. Also, I love that when we find the birds with Richter in tow, he has a comment about the birds. That's very good. Royal King Penguin. Royal King Penguin. King... I think you'd probably say Royal Kingpin Gwyn. Kingpin Gwyn. King Penguin. Great. Seems they were acquainted, but also they haven't talked in a long time. Thought we might cause trouble standing in the middle of the street talking like this, but so far we haven't drawn attention. Then again, that might just be because nobody wants to get involved with the case. He seems like he's got a lot of experience working the streets. Most of the officers I know are the bureaucratic desk jockey types. Contrast is rather striking. A young and energetic detective. Seems to have a strong sense of justice. If my son had the chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer just like him. By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you. And that is? Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Just a second, I'm not gonna set that back up a bit more. Okay. Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly... With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. If you insist. What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? Ellipses. Can't say I know much. Is that so? Well, sorry for the intrusion. Huh. What brings you here, Richter? You on a case? That's right, picking up the police's slack. Trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year? Oh, I remember now. You're that Haru Shigima from the kidnapping case. Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. It was a case where Munesada Shigima's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, ma'am. Indeed. The story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part. Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. And unfortunately, the department is unwilling to reopen the case. Any investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. So they never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. So, your findings brought you to this place then? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We'd hoped to talk to the family. No one was home when I checked last time, so we figured we'd try again. Interesting. Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange and conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around. Wait a second. I assume they were talking about you, investigator. Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And as it turns out, I was out here last night to conduct my investigation. Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary? Guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You're asking about curses just now? Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. Can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. Something is happening in Honjo, isn't there? Must be something big if they got you head office guys in it. Well, guess that's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what we're about to say, Richter. Huh. So by using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul dregs to perform the rite of resurrection. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. I was playing dumb. Tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. We figured the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get the situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate their curse stones. Do you have any information that might help us? That's tough. Never expected curses and other mumbo jumbo to play into this all. But if we're talking shady characters, there's this middle-aged fellow I saw in South Warigusue Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think? Well, considering the location, it could have been Hideki Hiraishi. We already got his curse stone. Impressive. You two are working quick. Did you see anything else? Not that I can remember. That's a shame. I guess knowing how to deal with cops is also part of an investigator's job. Not quite. Not quite. The two of us used to be comrades is all. Comrades? That's right. Richter used to be a part of the police force himself. He quit a few years ago to go solo. Is that so? You should give it a try, Uriel. There's more freedom in working as a private investigator. Can't say much for the quality of life, though. It's been 2 years, right? Hadn't heard of you since you quit. I don't think your business would last, but here you are. You sure you don't want to return to the force? We take you back with open arms. What? Sit on my ass and watch the birds fly? I'll take a pass. I don't belong in that world. Come on, Richter. We need your talent. The public needs you. Nah, you don't. This is my call. Police will manage just fine without me. Keep on tying up all your loose ends. Saving the little birdies you abandoned. Sure doesn't look good on the police to be mishandling cases like this. If there really was a culprit, it should be our responsibility to bring them to justice. Well, I do consider police my people. So, you consider the blame to be shared. You got a stern side as well, I see. If you see any characters who look like they might be carrying Curse Stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know. Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Richter, perhaps you could lend a hand on our case too? There's a number of people we can't track, and finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? Hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. Faith in my clients is what keeps me afloat. To prioritize requests by the order in which they come. I see. Well, can't say it's not fair. What do you need a private investigator for anyway? Cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. Huh? By the way, that reminds me. Richter. Yes? You said the person who used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi, by chance? You knew? Thought so. Seems like we're here for the same reason then. Seriously? Michio was involved with curses and magic? Strictly speaking, curse part isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshima's case. Or Yoshimi's. I always want to say Yoshima. Like, I think I know. Maybe someone named that? Yoshimi. Oh, right. Hajime Yoshimi. That's right. He died on the job. Sure you've heard of it. I need water already. I'm a drinking fiend. Alright, I heard. It was a most unfortunate loss. So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio. Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping? Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn, I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth. What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Jinochi? So, he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet. But the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we found point in that direction. Testimony? You mean from those, psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's all true, then... Did you figure something out? Kenkichiro Iwai. I love how he's like freaking out, and he's freaking out everyone else around him. Huh? These are all good faces. These are all four faces here are very good. Eyes bulging. Freaked out by Richter. Kenkichiro Iwai. He'll be the next victim. We have to open the door to the Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside. Hey, what's gotten into you? Boss. I'm sure the landlord would give us a key if we asked. Screw that. You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just... Richter! No! Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it. Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you're still the same as always. Everyone, come quick, look at this. Whoa. Whoa, what's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in there. Whoa, could that be Michio's dad? Nah, he's her stepdad at best. If that. It's gotta be the body of Kankichiro Awai. There's no doubt about it. This man's goner. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. Say it happened last night. Irio, did you find Jinochi's body in the same state? Now that you mention it, looked as though Koei Jinochi had died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? Here's Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curse to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? It's gotta be that. And if she's alive, then... No, don't end. My apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived at an interesting plot point. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? But seeing as you've come this far, sure you already know the truth, don't you? And so, I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? Oh, bruh, I don't know. Aw, dude. I don't know the answer. Where was she at 8 this morning? I mean, part of me wants to say this. Part of me wants to say the high school. I have no idea. Huh. I see. So that's what you think. Let's take a moment to reconsider what you know and chose again, shall we? The game's like, you're totally wrong. Is this too obvious? Huh. I see. So that's what you think. Oh no, the game. Oh no. Alright, now how many choices do we have in total? 3, 6, 9, 12. I've picked 2 so far. So how many do you think it's... Place your bets now if you're watching. How many is it going to take for me to pick before I pick the right answer? Where was she? Maybe a bridge? 8 this morning? No. Hey, at least this is giving me chances. I must be missing something in my brain. So we've picked 4 now. So we've picked 33% of the choices. There's nothing on the sides that I can... Okay, making sure. Shigima residence? That would be crazy, right? That'd be crazy if she was here. Did I get it there? Yeah! I see. Very well. Congratulations. You are correct. You definitely got it correct on your first guess. You got it wrong 5... Oh. You don't have to call me out, man. You got it wrong 5 times. Well, it's a trivial matter. It may have been easier to reach that conclusion had you considered the cause of death. Let's go back to the story then, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. The cause of death. The cause of death? Let me see. I don't know if this is exactly where I'd be finding that kind of answer. Oh well. What? So you really think Michio Shiraishi's alive? Just think it through and it'll all become obvious. It tracks, but... do you really think that girl could have managed all this? First of all, Irio, go report this to HQ. Understood. I'll get on it right away. Brutal. I'll start investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking stuff that needs looking at. There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Huh? Oh, I can recognize that thumb-like picture everywhere, anywhere. It's the thumb guy. Thumb-looking man. Whoa, now hold on. These photos. Don't show the actual face again. God, this stare and this face just makes me laugh just slightly. And I shouldn't be, but I do. These are all of Fumichika Nejima. Gross. Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's even more pasted up over here. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around. The sliding door leads to the kitchen. Barely fits the frame. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is. They're magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time, they're useless imitations, though. I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my, who knew the chief inspector was such an expert on the occult? I just chanced upon that information. A girl with the spirit sense we mentioned. She's pretty informed on the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. Western black magic. Black magic. While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism, or may variously refer to the likes of witchcraft or astrology, here it refers specifically to Western black magic. In the Middle Ages, the line between science and magic was blurred, with the pursuit of the supernatural considered a legitimate academic discipline. Astrology was regarded akin to astronomy, while alchemy was accepted as scientific fact and would eventually evolve into what is known today as chemistry. One discipline, however, was considered wicked and shunned accordingly: black magic, the practice of using magical knowledge to strike a bargain with demons. Dark-sided? In contrast to the socially acceptable subject studied by the intelligentsia. Yeah, black magic was most prolific among the lower classes. It was common people who suffered most from the ills of the day: war, famine, and sickness, which has led them to seek aid from unholy powers. As heresy, these rituals and spells were nowhere to be found in orthodox modes of teaching, but instead were recorded in tombs of dubious credibility. Looks like these things spread around here have been like this for a while now. This ritual, or whatever, was something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of the neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think Kawai was the one chanting? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shiraishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. Books. There are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be a pain to look through all these, save them for later, and continue to look around. Oh, I guess those will... I understand. We'll probably re-click on the books a little later on. Look at these. Pictures of Fumichika Nejima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was. You think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to Nejima's case? Perhaps they did this as to not forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think Nejima might be involved in all this, too. Do you think he might have anything to do with the body here? Maybe. Man's already out on parole. He's a cursed bear with a cursed stone now. He announced that from sundown today. He'll be going on a killing spree. Oh dear. There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard. So he hasn't changed his ways. It doesn't bode well. To tell you the truth, lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nejima murders either. You don't say. That's right, we talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light. You don't say! You were the kid from back then? You were really brave. You did a great deed. Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea. So you two have met before. Fancy that. I've been worried that Fumichika Nejima might bear resentment towards you, ma'am. You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type. Oh dear. That asshole. I wonder who put the idea into his head. Now he's got the one-sided read, too. He's threatened to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown. Seriously? Top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn, it's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here. Fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get arresting him, when I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool head. Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Y and Fumichika Nejima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's location. Let's hope so. The same man in every picture. Is that Fumichika Nejima? Wow, this is quite a spectacle. I don't think I'll ever manage to erase this from my mind. Don't worry, Richter. You're quite a spectacle yourself. Do you mean to compare me with the likes of a bizarre criminal? How rude. This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? Huh? I mean, in normal cases, only police would be allowed to touch things, right? Right. Irio's in here, so let me take a look at it. There's just clothes in here. Not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but guess we're not so lucky. I see. Thank you anyway. With the window and storm shutter closed, no light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. Neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. There's candles and stones with inscriptions placed all over. Are these tools for some ritual? Hey, don't touch anything here. Ah, that's right. Considering this is a murder scene, better leave everything as it is. All this can be used as evidence. If anyone besides forensic toys with it, will cause trouble down the road. Look at that corpse. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kenkichiro. It's probably Kenkichiro. Owai. You seen him before? I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Is this what a curse does to a person? Ma'am? Oh, excuse me, Jesus. It'd be better not to look so closely. It's amazing. Cruel is what it is. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through it if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Huh. Seems to be a book on Western black magic. Same runes are written here, alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. Suppose you'd call these grimoires. It's all about a bunch of nonsense, if you ask me, though. You think this white guy was studying them? Perhaps to perform some kind of ritual? There are a bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. Why doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But why would he be studying black magic? According to the materials, this here rune is for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again? This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Resurrection? Like the rite? Because no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. What is it? This looks like a journal. It's probably a wise. A journal? His writing is surprisingly thorough. Ugh. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone. Oh, wow. Now this is something. What is it? What did he write? It's quite the find. Let me give you a summary. So, this King Kichiro Iwai fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. So he was into black magic from the start? He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, seems like he's already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say. It's starting to sound kind of familiar. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. Seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. Okay. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not coincidence. It seems like Iwai took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. Worship? Nejima of all people? This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Iwai had been collecting these photos ever since that time. Since he just happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, it made him sure to get in contact. This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. Also, I don't like how Irio has been gone for a while now. This feels like something bad might happen to him, just because he's been gone for so long. He says, the thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years, we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders. Yup, it's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Whoa now, wait just 1 minute. Do you think... No way, are you saying... That's right, murders might have been for ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima. You've got to be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Nejima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but why had different motives? Chief Inspector, you might think this is all stuff fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and Iwai were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that nutjob did all this for some hokey-pokey resurrection? Shit. Resurrection? Wait, did he say? Oh, okay. That means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life. Damn, that's it. That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now. What? What is it? So, about the Nejima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby. A baby? It was a girl, looked to be about 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died. So, was Nejima the father? He told us he'd found her under a bridge. He found her? She was abandoned? I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think it actually really happens? I suppose there are some cases with the dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not without precedent. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then that I could never get out of my mind. And it's starting to sound more likely now? Well, sure this isn't the first time you've heard of it. Many believe Nejima's guilty of more crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing. Yeah, I remember all that. Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant. Goodness. That's horrific. He killed her. and dismembered her body. And we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me, it's all speculation on top of more speculation here. But I for one never believed that man would just take in a baby found under a bridge. I'm feeling sick. Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We were running speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. And that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory. My life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Nijima would want to resurrect, deceased wife is as good as a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests he has interest in the rite of resurrection. Damn, you're right. Here I was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre. Chief Inspector? Yeah? What happened to the child? Without a birth registration on file, best we could do was find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future. Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. That seems like such an important loose end to this whole thing. Like that seems like that's gonna come back as a thing, right? That just ended so abruptly. Like, oh, the child. Oh, what happened to the girl? It was a foster. Don't mean to derail a conversation, but there's still more written in a wise journal. We know why he managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Nijima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick. Right. He thought he could make money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic. Correct. Turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this. It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsui Yamamori. Wait, the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps? So, that's where this leads. Here, let me read you what he wrote. Let me read what he wrote. The queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic, rituals, and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, restoration of youth, and the like. So she would even throw her money at the occult. The places greed will take you. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Araishi. She presumably funded his research into rite of resurrection as well. That's what it all points towards. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced at the rumors of the rite of resurrection. It's starting to sound likely. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's a convenient cover if she becomes young again. Godly powers? What's that all about? You can ignore that. Either way, I think Iwai took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce the family into taking him in, to keep a low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiko, were just his unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. You feeling steady, ma'am? This has something to do with me? What are you talking about? Ma'am, please calm down. Iwai moved in with the Shiraishis to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but I meant extracting the life force from someone young. So, it was Iwai. This man... Iwai worshipped Nijima, so he must have also despised Nijima's detractors. Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely, he had a bone to pick with the police. So, when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time... Fuck! You got it! Iwai kidnapped Haru Shigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. You're telling me that then, that horrid man never had the intention of returning my child. I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the Force. It all makes sense now. You must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses and then kidnapped him on his way back home. That man, he took Shuichi? Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe. You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices. What a stupid, stupid idea from a stupid little man. Okay, ma'am. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air? The achievement that just popped was just for playing for 10 hours. So I've been playing for 10 hours now. I can't believe this. This is, Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted on this journal. Oh? I got in contact with Nejima last year, after Nejima was released on parole. He provided him with accommodation and financial support. Is that so? He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, it seems most went to Nejima instead. If Nejima is lurking around anywhere at the moment, it's probably in that hideout. Did he write where it is? Unfortunately, no. Not that I can tell. But it seems Michio knew where that was. She never met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in, clean up among other things. What good is that information? Girl's already dead. Wait, no, she's alive. That's right, Michio Shiraishi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill beans on his hideout too. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should be going. The lady's not well. Updated Hawaii. There we go. Common law husband of Michio Shiraishi's mother, Toshiki Shiraishi. Kenkichiro started coming and going from the household a little over a year ago. Seems to have served some time in prison, but details are known. His deceased body was discovered at the Shiraishi home. Once made a living by placing advertisements in magazines to sell phony magic items and good luck charms, he held a nostalgic yearning for the post-war era when things and people were simple. There's nothing but negative things to say about the rapidly developing, ostentatious world of late. Great. Radical in his belief that it would be better to tear down society and start over again, Kenkichiro was discontent with his life spent poking around in society's cesspools to make a few coins. When the Nejima murders were widely reported in the media, it had a great impact on Kenkichiro, as he witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Perceiving Fumichika Nejima as a great hero, he began collecting every piece of information he could find on the man. Kenkichiro was later arrested for his illegal business practices. A chance meeting with Fumichika during his incarceration solidified his idolization. Duh. He was captivated by Fumichika's talk of black magic, and, following his release, acquired the grimoire Fumichika had hidden away. As for Toshiko Shiraishi, Kenkichiro set his sights on her after encountering her at a part-time job. When he learned that the Shiraishi family was in financial trouble and could not afford to send Michio to college, he turned on his charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering them money. He revealed his true colors, however, after moving in with the family, and used violence and money to keep Toshiko and Michio under his thumb. All the while, his belief in black magic deepened, and he found a sponsor in the Heihaku Corporation. Kenkichiro forced the Shiraishi family to perform various rituals, with any attempts to resist being met with merciless beatings. The mother and daughter were helpless to resist. After Heihaku offered Kenkichiro great sums to intensify his works with black magic, he set his mind to sacrificing a child in order to perform a youth restoration spell. For this purpose, he chose Shuichi Shigema, son of Haru Shigema, against whom Fumichika held a grudge. He attempted to enlist Michio so as not to alarm the boy, and when she resisted, beat her mother 20 times. With Michio's assistance, Kenkichiro kidnapped Shuichi and locked him up in the Shiraishi house and told the young, encouraged boy that he'd kill Michio if he tried to run. All his actions were motivated by a personal grudge against police. His first and foremost an attempt to create a societal uproar and break down public order. So Kenkichiro painted the crime as a regular kidnapping, demanding ransom from the family. However, because of an embargo on the press, kidnapping did not cause a public outcry akin to that of the Nejima murders. Infuriated, Kinkichiro had Toshiko perform the sacrifice ritual by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. Toshiko killed Shuichi in his sleep, but the spell failed, for which Kinkichiro blamed her. Okay, warning Michio to keep silent about the murder to avoid incriminating her mother, Kinkichiro dumped the boy's body in a nearby river. Tiny corpse was found a week later in the Sumida River after floating through several canals in Honjo. Having drifted for days in the polluted waters, little evidence remained. Although Kinkichiro performed no further sacrifices, his devotion to black magic only increased. Toshiko and Michio spent their days consumed by guilt, forced to continue serving Kinkichiro until the day they died. That was a lot. What a great summation of basically that whole conversation. Let me go get some more water here really quick. Give me like a minute. Okay. Sorry for that. My throat is so dry and I'm having to read a ton, and then I'm like... here we go. Let me see. Brave young boy was determined to protect his mother and his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility. Training kendo. Maybe I already read part of that. Oh, maybe just this beginning part kind of got updated. Case remained unsolved until Kinkichiro Y was determined to be the culprit during an investigation into the Honjo serial killings. Wants to go on a hunt for mockingbird stickers. Bird stickers. Wait, I got a potentially interesting update on my phone. Let me see. Oh, I see. Okay. Not that interesting anymore. Okay, Richter says, are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, ma'am? I'm fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. You're right. But Richter, I feel grateful towards Michio. Because she killed the kidnapper? There's that too. But it's for something else. If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul dregs, I mean. Hey, Richter? Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Nejima's planned to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. Okay. Okay. So, I'm counting on you. Dang. Alright, let's go to the high scores. The rite of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading rumors of it in the first place. Hideki Araishi. They find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Kuro Kikyo Cafe. Sure. Let's go to the cafe, because we were told we would find him there. At noon. I see a bird. I see a bird sticker immediately. Look at that. I want to click on it so bad. Oh, this game is teasing us. Alright, well, gotta remember. Alright, what was his voice? I don't remember. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. We know. It'll be okay. Look at that face. So, what do you want to ask me? I don't want to ask anything first. I want this first. Number 8. Number 8. Sparring Sparrow Bros. That's a pretty good one. 3 for 1. Shima kidnapping overview. Did this just one get updated? I think so. Let's read this part because I'm pretty sure I read. Yeah, I remember that. I remember reading that section when it got to what Haru was doing. Subsequent investigations revealed that the culprit was in fact Kenkichiro Owai, an unemployed man. Toshiko Shiraishi, his common-law wife, and Michio Shiraishi, their daughter, acted as accomplices. Kenkichiro routinely used violence against both Toshiko and Michio to force them to do his bidding. It is believed that he coerced them into becoming accessories to the crime. Kenkichiro wanted to use the boy as a living sacrifice for his magical studies, meaning that the ransom was never actually the primary motive for the kidnapping. The reason for targeting Shigema family's son was due to a personal grievance. A cafe. I've never been to one before. How exciting. It's pretty smelly inside because of cigarette smoke, but... Coffee shop on South Burgess Street. Kuro Kikyo Cafe's convenient location has made it the favorite of businessmen in the neighborhood. Although formerly a relaxing location where classical and jazz music were played, Cafe has begun incorporating some pop songs into its playlist at the request of customers. Wow. The most popular menu item is a pilaf, served with black coffee. Although I know the word pilaf, I don't actually know what it is though. I'm gonna be honest. I've heard the food term pilaf. Unfamiliar what it is. Sounds too fancy for me. And I'm a big dum-dum. Served with black coffee, although it's probably some like bakery good, right? I don't know. Something you'd serve with black coffee. Although cream soda topped with a large scoop of ice cream is also a popular choice. What is the word before pilaf? I know of something pilaf, like an adjective pilaf. I don't know. I'm too lazy to look it up too. Fashionable cafes featuring jazz and live performances were in vogue until the mid-Showa era, when the number of cafes offering a carefully brewed cup of coffee in a relaxed atmosphere began to increase. Many of these locations have also have public telephones, making them convenient meeting places. Although they also developed a reputation as hangout spots for delinquents, leading a large number of schools to forbid their students from patronizing them. Like showing patronage. In recent years, table arcade games have become a big hit, affording cafes, installing them a steady stream of customers. Nice. Alright, let's look at our man here. I'm trying. Yako, if you would. Right. We want to ask you about this. Oh my. Curse stone. An Okami mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night? Damn. There of all places. Yako, you're one of them. You're a curse bearer. Please calm down, Mr. Raishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Ahem. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone? What should be the way to approach this? Flattery, of course. It's just, a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it's true that I'm likely the person most well versed in this matter. Oh, look at Yako. She's doing her thing. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Aishi. Won't you help us, please? Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and Seven Mysteries curse stones happening now? Oh ho! Taken an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher, starting your questioning with your subject's origins. Mr. Aishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. Then, do you know of the ancient Onmyoto ritual known as the Feast of Shadows? What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurosusu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the writing curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone. Certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know? Well, he may not tell us anything if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity and, think it could really help your research. I see. Now that you mention it. Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about... Oh, we figured you would know since you're so smart. How disappointing. How dare you? You make it sound like I'm stupid. You couldn't be more wrong. Do you realize how devoted I am to this research? Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. Special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper. Yeah? Okay. Nice, look at this. Alright. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the later half of the Edo period. It was written by skilled but little known onmyoji called Simon Tsuchi Mikado. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this. Simon Tsuchi Mikado? I've never heard of him. I'm sure you haven't. He was born to a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so is written in the Record of Fates. Huh? Or that was probably more like a, huh. As brilliant as Simon was, it's like Simon was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself in this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family, eventually found himself in Honjo and Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings Simon recorded on the road to Edo. I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself? The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Simon's specialty. The Taizan Fukun ritual means to communicate with the afterlife. Try my best. He uses soul drugs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that's been called. Oh, wow. Never knew something like that existed. Thus, it is thought that the only ones who could use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So, the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and fused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Records of Fates end there. There's no more? What about the Seven Mysteries or the Curse Stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. Curse Stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. Huh. Similar to what Mio said, actually. Oh, got two. Onmyoji, an officially appointed government position with the Bureau of Onmyo in medieval Japan. Onmyoji were tasked with performing divinations and rituals that employ the Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and wuxing, 5 elements, to compose astronomical charts and almanacs. High-ranking practitioners used a variety of mystical arts, including ones that brought natural disasters and curses. Onmyoji were also tasked with exorcising demons through the use of shikigami. Onmyoji thrived during the Heian period, in part due to the work of the famous Onmyoji of later founder of the Tsuchimikado clan, Abeno Saime. However, Onmyoji began to gradually decline in number after samurai gained control of Japan. At the same time, many of their miraculous arts were lost along the development of civilization. Though the services of Onmyoji were typically reserved for the upper class, there were a number of shomonji, or hidden Onmyoji, who worked for the common folk. And then this, recently discovered the old manuscript. I assume this part got updated. According to the record of fates, this mysterious ritual was devised by the gifted Onmyoji Abeno Saime. Converts the souls of dead bound for the underworld with the soul dregs collected as sacrifices through the Taizen Fukun ritual. Secret art converting souls to soul dregs is also out of reach to all but the most skilled practitioners. I'm saying so many words at such a rate. You know what I mean? Let's click. How do I? Oh, wait, down, right? Oh, duh. Excuse me, Mr. Raishi? What is it, Miss Kurosusu? Sorry, I'm trying to do this. I need to, I'm having to check something real quick. Okay. And I'm sneezing. Ow. I hit my elbow there for a sec. Ow. On my arm of the chair. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the rite of resurrection and origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that? You really know your stuff. But about that. That was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines. Muted myself there. Oh, I was fast. I was fast on the draw. Okay. Oh, really? It was just nonsense then? Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it. And that is? Well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple students so passionate about this topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It was just after Simon arrived in Honjo. There are records of a conflict over ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo. A conflict over resurrecting the dead? I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual. I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it has long been a subject of my research. And I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of 7 mysteries of Honjo. So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual at the root of the Honjo incident is Simon's rite of resurrection? Yes, that is how the Record of Fates ties everything together. To put in chronological order, first Simon brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. You can assume this by the point Simon was likely using a different name. Then, in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. Okay. During the Edo period, a chain of events that occurred around a certain resurrection spell became the basis for the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. So that's how they're connected. Then, if I'm getting this right, 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite. And there's more. With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. You are? Yes, the reason for it being resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who receive the cursed stones. Resentful memories? Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, that when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind. Oh, I did. Exactly. Those memories of what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus, gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. Huh. That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako. Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get. Okay, Mr. Raishi. I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's procession. Excellent. Excellent. So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival. Interesting. It's not the one then. Not that one? What do you mean? Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Simon himself, or so I suspect. Huh? Simon was one of the victims at the Honjo incident too? Meaning a non-Myoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo? Right. It would make sense that the curse stones tied to a curse echo like that would be special. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo. Mio! Then maybe with Simon's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. Sorry. Nothing. Mr. Aishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far? I have learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, Foot Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What are they about? First, the Foot Washing Mansion. Naomyoji appears distinctly in this one. Really? But not Simon, I'm afraid. A female Onmyoji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Simon. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one. So a female Onmyoji and rival Simon was involved in the Honjo incident? That certainly is interesting. Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse echoes from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Jinkichi, who's hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. The right of resurrection. Precisely. This man Jinkichi must have been in contact with Simon. If I could just collect all the memories. Okay. Sorry. Behind the scenes, I'm getting important texts that I have to make sure I'm getting the right message. So I apologize if there's ever like, and I'm also drinking a lot of water. So if I'm really thirsty for some reason tonight. So if there's been like little gaps, that's why. Right. She says everything will be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire. Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers. Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives, but they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own. Another thing. Yes? You never really finished about what the trigger for all of this was. Well, I don't know. Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has nothing to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry. What are you talking about? Someone left a warning that at sundown today, they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nijima murders from 20 years ago. What? Something so terrible will happen? I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mio's a pretty good character. You know what? Mio, probably my favorite character in this game. Let me think about that really closely. Yeah, I find her the most interesting. She's interesting. Mr. Raishi, please, tell us everything you know. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. Truth is, I was given the record of fates by a woman. A woman? Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice. A woman's voice? It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript, and the right of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet. 1 month. She specified the time period? I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, and I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then. It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this. Hence, I went public with the record of fates. Heihaku and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me. Huh? Heihaku? As in Heihaku soaps? Right. I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the details I have. Very well. I've told you this much. I may as well give you one more thing. Thank you. What might that be? About Simon's record of fates. There's a sort of continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. A continuation? Actually, a section written in Simon's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honjo incident, Simon lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. Seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. Supposedly it details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information inaccurate? If Simon died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. You really don't get it, do you? Huh? Am I wrong? He says, have you forgotten the ability Simon possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of Oh! You're telling me Simon used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance, so it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then, it is not possible that Simon himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place. Wait. Read that wrong. Then, is it not possible that Simon himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place? But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite. Yes, and that's why they died. They had others besides Simon. What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now. That's why I need the resentful memories, to learn the truth. I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly Simon's blood descendants guarded it as it passed down across generations. It seems that over their long journey, or history, the two documents became separated, and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched. Simon had descendants? So there's someone out there related to him by blood even now? Yes. In fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known Onmyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. Wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll. I'm sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Simon himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the rite, yes? Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but haven't found a single lead. So if you two find out anything about other resentful memories or Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. The Yin Scroll. It is said that Simon Tsuchimikado, author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the Rite of Resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by a descendant of Simon. And then let's see this. The Record of Fates, an old manuscript. Oh, this is probably an update. An emoji from the Edo period, who was an extraordinary adept practitioner, but after being banished from his family for researching forbidden arts, he changed his name and moved to Edo. Okay. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Street. We've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the Rite of Resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle this situation. But even Mr. Raishi didn't have any leads on where it is. How do we start looking for it? Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved too. Right. So, Mio, what are we going to do next? Good question. It may be best to give the information we just learned to Inspector Satsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Mr. Satsumi might know more about it. Should we go back to school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Whoever's behind that voice that gave Mr. Raishi the Record of Fates, that must be the mastermind, don't you think? Yeah, and he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. Huh? You don't sound like the Yako I know. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? Guess I'm just really not feeling that confident right now. I understand. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female on Miyoji who is a rival of Saiman. Okay, nearby area. Oh, that reminds me. Mio? You know what's nearby here, don't you? Oh, you mean where, Michio? Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers, even though they always get cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must be hard to have the same have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me. Yako? Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah. List some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's that all? What's this all of a sudden? Though, now that you mention it, that day I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came to right away and felt fine, so didn't think anything of it. I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks. Excuse me? Your girl's over there. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh no. It's him. Mr. Sweater himself. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yataro Namagaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. I should clear things up. A curse bearer? Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse stone to of the foot washing mansion. The foot washing mansion? So, you're the one Inspector Satsumi was talking about. Ah, you already know Inspector Satsumi. That makes that simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey. You're in the driver's seat. Yako? Yes? Wait, what? Just now was I doing something? Sorry, Mr. Namagaki, what might be the matter? Right, I actually want to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? No. He's an older man and he's luring girls. Don't go with him. Discuss something with us? You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge. Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but you mentioned Michio. What do we do? Sorry. I don't know why I'm sneezing all of a sudden. Jesus. What happened? It's a curse. A curse echo is happening or something. All right, I'm just gonna do it. Let's just see what happens. Well, I suppose we may as well hear what it is you have to say. Glad to hear it. Then shall we relocate elsewhere? I mean, I don't trust this guy at all, but what's the worst that could happen? I'm trying not to sniffle so much on the mic here. Okay, so what did you want to discuss with us? Let's see, how do I put this? I'll tell you straight. I want you two to use your curse stones to bring Michio Shiraishi back from the dead. What? That's why I was pursuing the Red Resurrection in the first place. Unfortunately, I had to give up my curse stone before I could succeed. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her. Which means it's a perfect opportunity for me to ask you for this. Well, I'm sorry, this is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you would want this. What exactly is your relationship with Michio? Well, we met briefly once. I was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day. Right. Well, it would be great if we could bring Michio back, but we've already decided not to use the Rite of Resurrection. Get owned. Is that so? Seems, however, that we share a goal. I wouldn't mind collecting the soul dregs for you if you gave me your curse stone, you know? We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is not to, our goal is to stop this curse. I see. Well, that's too bad. Suppose I'll have to give up on the curse stones. Thank you for understanding. That guy just gives me the creeps. Phew. I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. But why does he want to bring Michio back? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Huh? Yako? Uh-oh. Did she go somewhere while we were talking? Oh, no. No! Something's happening here. Heh. Finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following you or not, but leading me to a secluded place, you've got guts. I'm sorry, but I'll be taking your cursed stone. Either you hand it over, or I'll have to take it by force. Creeper hands! Creeper hands! What? Oh shit. Why? Are you... No, no, no. She's here again. I don't understand. Wait. It was just an accident. I swear, I didn't mean to. That's why I was trying to bring you back. Oh, fuck. What? Huh? You're already... too late. What? Huh? Huh? What? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean credits? Huh? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't believe you, game. After this, Fumishiga Nejima went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with the unprecedented tragedy. No way. And from that day on, Yako Sakazaki was never heard from again. Oh, there's something weird. There was something weird with her. What was happening? What happened? Was she like channeling the spirit of she was like, was she possessed? Is she possessed by Michio? Huh? Busque ending 1. Michio's grudge. Ah. Okay, so I was about to say this gotta be like some different ending thing. Oh, so there's a split here. I assume this is probably if we don't go with him, then there's a different thing. Interesting. Okay, so then immediately then, like, I feel like I want to pick then this part. I mean, then the other path, right? Like, don't go with him. Right? Alright, I need more water here. 1 sec. Oh, I'm disgusting. Okay. See, like, of this thing, this moment. I can't tell if she was actually, that was like a slip, like, of the channeling thing, or that was supposed to be a goof, a funny thing she was doing there. All right, let's just see what happens if we don't go with him. School first. Sorry, but there's something we gotta take care of. We'll have to pass. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryugoku Bridge if you change your minds. I don't get to show my creeper hands. Creeper hands. Oh, that was it? Okay. Wait, is it just the end there? I assume we're just gonna see the next part once we probably unlock it after one of these sections then. Okay. Who do we want? Do we want the duo? Or her thing? Let's do this. At the Shiraishi home, Satsumi and Irio learn the truth about many things, including the death of Kenkichiro Owai. They hurry to the high school after learning that Michio Shiraishi knew the whereabouts of Nijima's hideout. Hurry to the high school after learning that Michio Shiraishi knew the whereabouts. Okay. Here we go. to the high school. Boss, I just talked to the Samita police. Oh, what now? Oh, here we go. The groovy music. They found an abandoned van in the Chiba Mountains that looked like it'd been in an accident. They couldn't lift any fingerprints from it, but they found blood splatters on the front. And guess what? The blood is a perfect match for Michio's. Oh ho! So it must be the van that hit Michio. You got it. It's all thanks to Yoshimi that we were able to find that out. The license plate that had been removed though, and they even scraped off the vehicle identification number. It'll take a while to identify the owner. Now they're trying to figure out if the van was sighted anywhere between the scene of the crime and where it was dumped. Got it. Thanks for the report. Feels like there could be a bird somewhere. There we go. Number 15. Oh, it's Quackitude. 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 Great. It's nice that we got permission to use the school as our base of operations. Principal and head teacher were a little reluctant at first, but they were convinced that it would help the investigation. Dealing with all this must be a real headache for those guys. Should thank them again later. He still doesn't look tired after all this running around. Wish he still had all that stamina. By the way, boss, we've confirmed that Michio died in a vehicular collision. But are we sure that it was really an accident? Good question. I was wondering the same thing. The damage done by the collision indicates that the driver was traveling at a considerable speed, but there were no brake marks to be found. Oh, that was... The damage done by the collision... Okay, that was Irio saying that. Exactly! Which suggests they may have been intentionally... Uh-oh. Targeting Michio. Then what was the motive, you think? Who would have reason to kill Michio? First person that came to mind is Kinkichiro Iwai. After all, she knew about his crimes. But then, Iwai was supposedly able to control Michio by intimidation alone. There's also that teacher who was taking advantage of Michio, Kohei Jinochi. But to say he killed her to stop people from finding out that he was blackmailing her doesn't seem likely somehow. You're right. Though both of them have fallen prey to her curse. That's true. In that case, it's quite possible she'll also decide to exact revenge on the person who ran her over. Not just possible, she may have already done it last night, just like with Y. Is there anything else that could have served as a motive? That talisman, maybe? The one Yoshimi was looking for? Oh, do you think someone wanted to take it from her? Well, talisman wasn't found on her remains, nor in her house. But doesn't a hit and run seem like too drastic a measure to go for a little talisman? Then in the end, it's been an unfortunate accident after all. Yeah, looks that way. Do you have more? Either way, what we need now is a testimony from Michio herself. Bit of luck, we may be able to ask her what happened during the crash ourselves. Yeah, can't wrap my head around that particular development. I still have my doubts it'll be so easy. Either way, we won't be able to do this unless Mio and Yako turn up. I'd rather have them come sooner rather than later, but... guess we just have to wait. Shall we head inside? Alright then. Oh, move. I was like, how do I... Alright, let's go wait inside the school. I'm sure they'll be here any moment. Any moment. Oh, see, now it opens up because we got them to go to school. See how they did that? I see how they did it. And then, yeah, we'll have to wait. Let's go. Now let's continue it. I'll see you again. The record of fate's Yin scroll may contain a way to put a stop to the curse. Yako and Mio head back to Komagata High School to share this information with Satsumi. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Ain't that interesting? The record of fate's Yin scroll, huh? Well done, you two. That's some good info you got from the teacher. Thank you. Good job, boss. Operation Schoolgirl was a success. Ario, stop making things sound weird. Don't call it that. Anyways, let's share what we found at Michio Shiraishi's house. Yes, please. Yes. A man named Oi kidnapped sacrificers with black magic? And Michio helped with the kidnapping? And Mr. Jinochi used that to blackmail her? Based on the report and look at the circumstances surrounding the deaths of Jinochi and Oi, if Michio Shiraishi did it, it would make sense. I'm getting all congested, I can't speak well. But we must press forward. Furthermore, there are signs that Michio Shiraishi wanted someone to notice. Huh? Really? The ribbon that was left at the scene of Koei's death is proof of that. Mio, I'm guessing you knew that already. Yes. Ever since this morning. But there's one piece of information I need. But I think we're near her limit. Oh, we'll have to return to that. So, if we get this record of fate's Yin scroll, we'll be able to dispel the curse? Yes. Source of this curse is a tragic event called the Honjo incident that dates back to the Edo period. An onmyoji named Simon Tsuchimikado is said to have recorded a way to deal with the curse. So I think there may be a way to dispel the curse. Right. I'll leave how to approach this to you, Mio. I'll check with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, but please make finding the record of fate's Yin scroll your top priority. Understood. But how do we go about looking for it? It's possible the descendants of Simon have inherited it, but I don't think they're aware of its existence. It'd be nice if we had a clan crest or something to go off of. Maybe we'll have to ask Paranormal Affairs. That reminds me. Mio, was the Western black magic used by Oi and Nichima really just an imitation? Huh? Why are you asking me? Oh, boss said that you knew something about this sort of thing. Do you not? Well, I mean, I have some knowledge, but how strange. I don't think I've ever told anyone that. It's okay, Mio. No one's judging you. Right, but it still feels a little weird. So, what's your opinion on it as someone familiar with Western black magic? If I could have a look at their grimoire, I could be sure, but based on their methods, I'd say they imitated black magic popular around 300 years ago. It was advertised as magic anyone could use and was employed as camouflage to evade witch hunters. It's notable because they purposely required living sacrifices to make it difficult to disprove its authenticity. Wow, you know so much. I'm impressed. Totally matches with your vibe you've got going on. What do you mean by that? Don't worry, have some confidence. Right. Thanks, I guess. If that black magic is just an imitation, then we probably don't have to worry about it. I'm just glad things aren't getting even more confusing than they already are. Oh, right. About the mastermind. I had an idea. Huh? What is it? This is about the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps, isn't it? You mentioned her when you were telling us about the OI person. Yep. Whether the goal is to restore youth or to resurrect someone, she's got her hands all over this. She has money too. Also met Shideki Hiraishi's account of a woman's voice. An evil business lady with supernatural powers? Classic setting. If only we could confirm these powers of hers were actually real. We'll need to keep an eye on her. I'll tell HQ to look into her. Now then, if we're nearing the limit, I'll stop beating around the bush. Time to tell it to you straight. Yako Sakazaki? What, me? Yes? take out your curse stone and give it to Mio. My curse stone? It's just been in my pocket all this time. Thanks. I'm just going to borrow it for a second. Well? Yes. There are soul dregs inside after all. What? How did this happen? I didn't do anything. I swear. You have to believe me. It's okay. We know. Yako, calm down and listen to what I'm about to tell you. But... There's no mistake that Jinochi and I were killed by that cursed stone. But the one who committed the act is... the ghost of Michio Shiraishi that is inside you, Yako Sakazaki. See? I knew it. Okay. I was right. I mean, it seemed pretty obvious, right? What? Inside me? What? What do you mean? It's okay, Yako. Please calm down and listen. You've been possessed, Yako. By Michio's ghost. What? It probably happened when you were offering flowers at the site of the accident. Filled with regret, her lingering ghost reacted to the presence of her old friend and entered you, Yako. No way. You mean Michio's ghost is inside me? I've explained this once before, but just because you've been possessed doesn't mean that you lose control of yourself. Normally, the mind will reject such attempts, and will do nothing more than affect one's mood or energy levels. But Michio had powerful spirit sense to begin with, and because she was your friend, your mind was open to accepting Michio's spirit. So, for those reasons, your minds merged without any issue. It's going to be difficult to separate her from you at this point, which also means it'll be difficult to guide her spirit to the afterlife. No way, we've merged? Me and Michio's minds are... But I don't feel different at all. I'm me, I think. That's because after she merged with you, Michio started to believe she was you as well. As a ghost possessing you, she's not fully conscious, only really a jumble of vague memories. Still, there are traces of her consciousness and memories of Michio Shiraishi. You have been acting a little different from usual. You would also sometimes react when coming into contact with things with a powerful influence. Really? That having been said, if we don't have proper understanding of the regrets Michio Shiraishi had when she died and why, it'd be difficult to separate her from you. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. If I carelessly provoked her ghost, could have risked causing her to dig even deeper into your mind. Oh no. When we mentioned limits earlier, we mean that by letting things proceed like this, there's the possibility that you will join completely, making it impossible to separate her ghost from you. If that happens, you'll never be able to tell which of your thoughts belong to her, and which belong to you. What? That's so scary. You mean I won't be myself anymore? What if it's Michio then? Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Oh, I don't know. What should I do? But... It was actually Michio who used the curse stone while I was unaware, wasn't it? Doesn't that mean her ghost was already taken over my body? Well, about that. I think that's probably the effect of the curse amplifying murderous impulses and the influence of the Feast of Shadows. While you were sleeping, the ghost's powers were boosted. And, strengthened by the feast, Michio's consciousness surfaced and took control of your body. Then, that means... I was the one who killed them. I cursed them both. Ah! Yako, no. You're being controlled. Right, Inspector? Yeah, that's right. It's likely she would be recognized as not being responsible for the crime due to the possession. It's not something you can control. No need to worry about that. No, you're wrong. I wanted to kill them too. Those feelings must have come out. It's not only Michio's fault. I mean, when I learned that Michio didn't commit suicide, I wish that all the cruel adults around me would just die. I had the curse stone with me. I wanted to get revenge for Michio if the chance came. That's how I felt. Yako. Because Michio wasn't able to escape her terrible situation. It was so hard. It wouldn't be unusual for someone to take their own life. And I I had this cursed stone. I made Michio get revenge all by herself. Michio tried so hard to keep on living in silence. I treated those feelings like they were worthless. I should have done it myself right away. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Michio. That's why I killed them. Huh. Well. Oh, we got a flashback, maybe? Yako. There you are. Oh, hi, Michio. What is up with you? You've had me worried sick since you haven't been coming to school lately. Feels like it's been forever. Glad you seem to be doing good. Yeah, sorry. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you why. I've always regretted it. Oh, come on. You're acting like we aren't buds. You tell me if anyone's making you sad and I'll take care of them. Huh. Thanks, Yako. Actually, I'm here because there's something I wanted to tell you. Really? What's the matter? You can tell me anything. Well, the truth is, I did something unforgivable to an innocent man. Saying that I was forced to and didn't have a choice doesn't undo it. I'm sorry. I feel so guilty. What? I've done so much I can't take back. All because I was weak. There's no escaping the hell that I've created for myself. Couldn't handle it anymore. I started thinking about killing him and dying myself. Neither of us deserve to live in this world. What? But something went wrong, and that's why I died with regrets. But thanks to you, I finished what I wanted to do. Thank you. And I'm sorry for dragging you into this. What? Wait, you don't need to apologize. It's only now that I realize. And I know how selfish it is. But I hope you remember the time we spent together as friends. And how we were able to get together to be together at the end. Please, don't forget me. Huh? No, Michio, wait! Is she gonna exorcise the ghost from me? Huh? You're awake? Do you feel okay? I'm sorry I had to spring that all on you, Yako. What? Is this... Are we in the classroom? Huh? Was I dreaming? Sorry to rush this along while you're still gathering your feelings, but we need to hear what Michio Shiraishi has to say. Now. Right. And so, after considering what to do, it is true that Michio's consciousness has mixed with yours. Oh, did they bring out the spirit board? But if I summon her ghost, we may be able to establish some communication. Oh, I understand. So you thought to use the spirit board again? Yep, I have a hunch. I think the spirit we called last time may have actually been Michio herself. Really? You think? And that her spirit has been close to you ever since then. Then, let's do it. I think we should. And I want to hear from her. Very well. I have no idea if this will work during daytime. But let's give it a try. Are you ready? Sorry, I need a little time. No, it's okay. Let me know when you're ready. Thanks. I'm ready. I want to see what happened if I waited for time. Okay. Okay, here we go. Do you remember how to do it? Place your finger on the 10 yen coin. Right, like this. Good. Now do as I do. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Please tell us if you are there. It's here. Now, is it the spirit of Michio? Yako, would you ask the spirit? Alright. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, are you the spirit of Michio Shiraishi? Nice. Ah, it said yes. Don't be so sure. Some spirits like to play tricks. Can you try asking a question only Michio would know the answer to? Question only Michio would know the answer to. Let's see. Then. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. How much did the ribbon I bought with Michio cost? $490. That's right. Well, it seems we have the right spirit. Okay, can I have you ask her a question? Okay, what do you want me to ask her? I want you to ask her about the location of Fumishika Nejima's hideout and the location of the talisman as well. Okay. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Please tell me the location of Fumishika Nejima's hideout. Please. Terrible things will happen if he isn't captured soon. I'm sure it's painful to try and remember, but you're the only one who can help us, Michio. Please. It moved. This is an address. She's giving us the address. Amazing. Thank you, Michio. Okay, I have the address. Thank you. Alright, Irio. Get a move on and check out that address. Yes, sir. Contact HQ in order. Simultaneous house search and sweep of the area. Just hope the information is accurate. I know it is. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Do you know where the talisman that you had is? She does know. I wonder if we can find a way to narrow it down. I'll try asking. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, did you carry around the talisman with you at all times? So she did carry it with her. Then, did you have it with you when you had your accident? Huh. She had it with her. But there was nothing resembling a talisman in the articles left behind at the scene. So that means someone took it with them and ran off with it before the scene was investigated? But who would do that? This would mean someone knew Michio had died before the police did. First person to discover and report it was a caretaker of the apartment building next door. Should we check with them? Let's see. The other possibility I can think of is the perpetrator of the hit and run. But it was a hit and run. Wouldn't they have run away? It might be possible they came back, driven by fear or something else. Even if so, they didn't report and went through her belongings. But to only take the talisman seems hard to believe. Unless they were after the talisman from the very beginning. How likely is that, if the talisman really is so special? Irio mentioned the same thing, but to run someone over just to take something from them? It's possible they just picked up the talisman after hitting her for no particular reason. Either way, if it really was a hit and run, then I hope they got caught, or get caught. It's possible she remembers something after seeing that picture of the car. Then, shall we try asking? I'll try. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Do you know who is behind the hit and run? She says she knows. That's a relief. She hadn't known. Huh? In order for Michio's spirit to find peace, we need as much detailed information about what happened as possible. We can't send her off to the afterlife if we don't know what happened when she died. This isn't like a forced exorcism. Huh? So that's what it'll take. Alright, I'll try asking. Right. Oh, Spectre Spirit Board. Who was the one who ran you over? I hope she knows the name. I wonder. N-A-M. Namishika. Namagaki. Namagaki? Huh? Namagaki? What? You mean Yutaro Namagaki? You two know him? We talked with him after we left the cafe. He used to be a curse bearer, right? And that sort of makes sense. We saw in that one ending, ending one, that he had something to do with her. So he probably ran her over. He used to be a curse bearer, right? Ah, I see. So that's why Yako had that reaction when she saw him. What? Come to think of it, that guy said he wanted to talk about Michio. What? The hell is he planning without his cursed stone? He said he'd be waiting near Ryogoku Bridge. Got it. I'll join you there once we're done. He's the bastard who killed Michio? Yako? Should be enough information. We can release Michio from her suffering now. Let's do it. Alright. Ooh, ominous. Say goodbye. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. No. Michio. Thank you. You helped us. You know, I'm so sorry I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it all. Your family, the kidnapping, Mr. Jinochi. I'm so sorry. It must have been so hard. Not that I could understand, but I'm sure it was so hard. I mean, of course you would want revenge. I wanted it too. We've all done things that we wish we could take back. But I'm glad that I at least know the truth. Yako? There's so much I want to say, but that's enough. Let me just ask you one last thing. Someday, can we hang out again? How rude would it have been if it went to no right there? You mean it? Okay, it's a promise. Have you asked everything you wanted? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to guide Michio's spirit now. Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Michio, with this, I'll finally be able to free you. Hey, Yako? Yeah? You never accepted the idea that Michio took her own life. I'm glad you never stopped trying to find the truth. Yeah. You're right. Even though I didn't realize just how hard things were for her. Mio. Sorry. It's just Michio. She was taken advantage of by so many of the adults around her. She put up with so much. I should have tried and talked with her more. I know how you feel. Thanks, Mio. It hurts thinking about all the things I could have done. Why did this have to happen to someone so kind and hardworking? Feels like she was ill-fated to the very end. It's just too cruel. But even then, she didn't even tell me about this stuff. And she let herself worry about more about revenge than living. I'm mad at her for that. Sure, I should have noticed something was wrong, but come on. What was she thinking? Seriously, I mean seriously. Am I really that unreliable? Of course I'd help you get your revenge, you idiot. I don't care how you had changed or whatever. Just wanted you to live. Yako. I'll take responsibility for what's been done. But one day, if we meet on the other side, I'm gonna have to give her a good punch. Then I'll tell her she's the real fool's procession. Or something. Then we'll hang out like always. Sounds like fun. Alright, I'm setting her off, okay? Oh, wait. Look, the coin. It moved to no all on its own. You're right. When did it do that? Seems she still has something keeping her here. Yako, do you have any idea about what Michio wants? Me? Oh. Please, don't forget me. I think she told me that she didn't want me to forget. I see. Then, Michio, if you can hear my voice, let your feelings that you won't ever forget or be known. Show it through an action. What? Do something that shows you won't forget. Do I need to do a thing? I don't know if I'm supposed to do a thing. I mean, I can. What do you mean, do something? Why is the screen? It's like suddenly like zooming in and out. I'm like 9. Do I need to? I used the mouse. That didn't work. Seven. Honjo. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Coin. No. Can't look around. It makes me think I want to grab the coin or something, but... Do something that shows you won't forget. Is this another meta thing where I'm supposed to do a thing? I won't forget you, Michio! Show it through an action. I am pressing all the buttons. What could it possibly... It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something I'm not thinking. I mean, it's on the coin. Do something that shows you won't forget. That's gotta be... It's gotta be. There's gotta be, man. What would it be, though? It makes you think it's something with the coin. 10? 10. 10 yen coin. Grab, and move it. Move it. What the hell? This moment, this touching moment, we got this piano playing in the background, and I'm just like, The only thing that makes me... I don't want to click that, though, because that's gonna... No way do I have to look this up. No way. No way. Let's see if I can even find it. I don't even know how I'd look this up. I just gotta find out the answer somehow. I just gotta do it. I'll sit here for 30 minutes if I must. What is this? I'm clicking everywhere. I'm doing it all. What else can one do? And it's got to be something you can do with a mouse and keyboard and a controller, because technically... Rub the coin. Do something that shows you won't forget. I don't know. I don't know what that means. They're... God, I feel so dumb at the moment. What else? What the hell am I supposed to do? Alright, 1 second. Alright, I'm gonna look one more place to see, because I don't know. Ba-ba. Oh, I'm so dumb. Alright, I found it. I found a guide and had to scroll for a while. Okay, I was right on the path, okay? I was right on the path of that it is a meta thing to do. I just literally have to save, I think. That's clever. Okay. That I should have guessed. I was close. I knew I was on the path. Fuck me. Thank you. Though, I don't really want you to punch me. So live a long life, okay? I was so close. I knew it was something. I knew it was something. Okay, I'll see you later. I'll see you later. It's been a long... without you, my friends. Walk. Yako, are you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, I feel a lot better. Guess I really wasn't feeling like myself recently. It was like there was a part of me that had no control of it or something. Yeah, I think you're back to your normal self now. Glad there weren't any problems. I wonder if Michio was able to find peace. I know she did. You don't have to worry about that. Seems that her... excuse me, that her regret was not being able to tell you what was going on, growing apart from you. Well, guess I can forgive her for that. But there's still something bothering me. Really? Yeah. Wonder what this feeling is. It's like there's a piece of her that hasn't left yet. Maybe an after effect. Maybe because you gave your stone to Chief Inspector Satsumi. Doubt it. Having a cursed stone shouldn't have any effect on your body. But dealing with 4 curses sounds like a lot of stress. Good work, Chief. Someone's like a completely different person all of a sudden. But, are you really sure about this? Having us arrest you once this is all over? You might be able to get your case treated just like an accident. It's fine. Treat me the same as someone who used a cursed stone to kill someone. If anything, I should be thanking you for letting me go free until it's all over. So thanks, Chief. Damn, she's just turning herself in? Crazy. Crazy. Could never be me. Alright, time to get this fool. Look at his sweater. That sweater is going to jail. That sweater is going to prison. Whoa, whoa. You didn't say anything about bringing the police. Sorry, but we don't have time to care about what you have to say about us. What business do you have with this girl now that you've lost your cursed stone? I'll tell you this for free. I have her cursed stone already. Ugh. We're gonna get you. Oh, hey. Bird 11. Crane stem. Great. There's a lot of traffic around here. It's very noisy during the day. The amount of exhaust coming from cars is overwhelming. I hear it's not healthy. Well, leave this to me, okay? The chief makes some weird jokes sometimes, but still, it's reassuring to have a veteran policeman with us. We should let him take care of this. Yataro's visibly shaken. That must mean there's some reason he doesn't want the cops around. I don't have any ill intentions. I wanted to tell you that. I want to help if you intend to resurrect Michio Shiraishi. That was my intention from the beginning when I received my curse stone. That's why I took your curse stone. Man, can't be too careful. Oh. Oh, that was... Oh, I see. That was Sumi here. And that's why I took your curse stone. Man, can't be too careful. Besides, what connection do you have to Michio Shiraishi? We, met once. I was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day. Uh-huh. Met once. I see. Well, I'm sure it must have been painful for you, but... Do you think bringing back the dead will erase the fact that you hit her with your car? What? I'm sure that I have no idea what you're talking about. If you don't know, I'll tell you. And you'll let me ask you some questions in return. Huh. Did you just get your license recently? We found a van with bloodstains on it, you see. It's only a matter of time before you find who the owner is. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your relationship with Michio Shiraishi? Not only that, you killed someone with your curse stone, didn't you? Stop! Stay away from me! Ah! No! Damn it. Okay, I give up. It's all over me. It's all over for me, right? It's all over for me. Oops. Afterwards, Yutaro Namagaki gave his confession. He admitted that he was behind the wheel of the van that hit Michio Shiraishi. Damn. He explained that he was speeding in order to impress a girl he had in the car with him. That is a gruesome sound that the game just made. Jesus Christ. After hitting the schoolgirl, he drove away and planned to watch the car in secret to destroy the evidence. But he became nervous and went back to the scene of the crime at the urging of his passenger. When they returned to the scene, the female passenger went to check the victim alone while he sat panicking in the car. When she returned, she told him people were unlikely to assume a hit and run, as it looked similar to a suicide by jumping from height. Afterwards, the pair parted ways and Yutaro dumped the vehicle deep in the woods under the cover of night. Two of them decided to keep the accident a secret. The next morning, Michio Shiraishi's body was discovered and, luckily for them, her death was ruled a suicide. However, a darkness lingered within his heart. From that day on, schoolgirl appeared before him covered in blood, her limbs bent and broken, to spite him in his dreams every night. Even when awake, he would see a phantom of her corpse in the dark, moaning and cursing him at all times. Troubled by the constant hallucinations, it was only a number of days before he suffered a nervous breakdown. He couldn't bear hiding what he had done anymore, planned to turn himself in, but was stopped by the passenger from that night. It was then that he first heard rumors of the rite of resurrection. He thought that if he could resurrect the schoolgirl, that it would be like if the accident never happened, and with that, the darkness enshrouding his heart could be dissipated. From then on, he searched the areas associated with the 7 mysteries of Honjo every night. and he received the curse of the foot-washing mansion as a result. I see. That's right. I'm not a bad man. I wanted to turn myself in. It was a girl who tempted me. Okay. Calm down and listen, son. If you don't think you've done anything wrong, what would these girls think if they saw you run over that poor girl? There's something I want to know. Do you know anything about a talisman that Michio should have had on her at the time of the accident? Talisman? What are you talking about? So you don't know anything? In that case, what about that woman who was with you? Can you ask her? Oh, that's right. Everything is her fault in the first place. Well, that may not be exactly wrong. Just riding passenger car involved in involuntary vehicular manslaughter isn't a crime in and of itself. But according to your statement, she neglected her duty to seek aid, and instigated you to neglect your duty to report the accident. And she took an article from the scene. She'll have to be charged with theft. Can you tell me who she is? You have no intent of hiding anything anymore, do you? Yeah, that's right. It's her fault. Do what you want with her. It's time for her to face what she's done. Her name is Yame Tono. She's an art student I met in town. What? An art student named Yame Tono? Wait, Tono. Not Tomo, Tono. Whoa. Are you absolutely sure of that? What point would there be in lying to you now? What? Do you know her or something? She may look nice, but she's rotten on the inside. I'd like to meet the parents who raised someone like that. Shut up. What's wrong, Inspector Satsumi? You're drenched in sweat. No. Wait. Damn it, why? How could this happen? Listen up. I'm taking this one with me down to the station for more questioning. You two go off the record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Got that? Okay, we will. Come with me. Whoa. Let's get going. Yeah. Ayame. I was supposed to find Michio after which causes the metal and Michio's, however, on grasping what you're seeking. Yeah. She isn't, I mean, the way that was acting was that, like... I'm just reading this, seeing this again. Okay. The way that was presented, unless I'm really severely missing something, which is possible, there was a small chance that then he reacted this way because Ayame is his daughter. That he was like, I don't want to talk about her kind of thing, and that whole deal. He knows her in some way. And the way they acted, and because it was a loose plot line, it feels like that could be a possibility. So. But whatever the case is. She's important to the situation. Important to the situation, important to Satsumi. Important to Satsumi, I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and save then. We're gonna call it a night. Like I said, we'll probably have a few hours or so left of this game that I'm gonna finish Wednesday. Hopefully we don't start too late, and then we'll just go into the night to finish it if we need to. That's what I'm thinking. Also, I'm very mad at myself. I didn't figure out that I was supposed to save right there for it to get past that little mini puzzle thing. I knew, I was thinking the meta things about like the voice volume and everything before, and so that's why I was in the menus, like looking at the settings and stuff, because I was like, oh, it's gotta be. All right. Tomorrow, more Umineko. So Umineko Tuesdays happening tomorrow night, and then like I said, Wednesday I plan to finish this. So that is the plan. Also potential Thursday day stream, potential Thursday way late night stream. Some different potentials there. So just put those in the back of your head. Like I said, tomorrow Umineko, so I will be back then. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great Tuesday. And I'll see you in another stream.